Hi, my name is Paul Moyner, CEO of CommitWorks. We've been working hard for the last 9 to 10 years building an integrated commitment system, and one of the things I like to try and do is explain to people what they actually mean. So the vision for our product is to basically reduce the cluster of spreadsheets and whiteboards and notepads and pieces of paper that surround most day-to-day operations, and to bring those through to a digitized, integrated system that helps people to commit to work every day and then to execute on it, because that builds great teams. And so what does that actually mean? Well, so our software supports people to do the process that they need to do to deliver day-to-day operations. And so it starts really right up here in the left-hand corner with mind planners and short-term schedulers and coordinators who have to get a plan together for all of the different departments on the operation so that they can turn up at a daily or a weekly planning meeting and organise and agree to and commit to the work that is going to be done on the operation that day. And so our software needs to support these guys, it needs to connect to those parent siloed systems, bring that data down, help them get organised as a team and collaborate so that when they turn up here, they can lock in on that plan and say, that's what we're going to do. But plans change and things move around on operations, and so they have to, having locked in on the plan, they have to be able to adjust that before the shift starts so that they can give a good plan to the crews so they can get the crews away. And so what you can see here is a large group of people standing around these big screens using the same tools as they had before, but on tablets and on these big screens, organising and rechanging and making sure the ventilation is right and all the power is on and all those kind of things. And so that then ends up in the hands of the shift bosses, the supervisors, the deputies, so that they can brief their crews on what is planned for the shift ahead. And they can be very confident, if this work is done well up here, they can be really confident that the work that they're asking their crews to do is the right work in the right places at the right time, and that they're highly likely to have an organised, good shift. Some of the work that is planned here and is delivered by these guys gets controlled and organised by the control room. If there is a control room on site, it's not necessary. But it's also the plan that these guys brief ends up in the hands of the supervisor there on a tablet or a phone or a big screen or even a piece of paper. And they can be communicating back to the control room so everybody on site knows what's happening. Some of the data can be coming off their machines, and that feeds back to the control room as well. People that are out in the field can see that work needs to be done. They can raise an order, they can put a task in, take a photo, mark up the photo, say I need a pump here or I need a survey pickup there, whatever it might be. And all of that then goes into the plan for the next day or even for the day itself. The supervisors and the shift bosses have made some commitments here, and so then at the end of shift they can be asked to enter their actuals against the plan and to talk about the possibility for improvement opportunities. And then all of that data and all that information ends up in really nice daily, weekly operating reports and graphs and reports that then get used at daily review meetings. And out of those daily review meetings come variances and actions to resolve those variances. So the key thing here is that the whole plan, do, check, act cycle for this operation is no longer on spreadsheets and pieces of paper. It's in one system, and that means that everybody is on the same page day in, day out. So we had a really nice, we did a really fun job up in Canada at Barracks Hemlo operation, and the tech services manager there, Sean McCarthy, had this to say about the operation and the results that they got. He said that the project had an immediate impact on underground production, especially on drilling. There are many examples during the first couple of weeks where the control room supervisor was able to identify an emerging issue and redeploy resources to minimise the impact on production. Before working with CommitWorks, any one of these issues would have cost the mine half a shift of production from 2 or 3 pieces of equipment. And so what Sean's really saying there is that because people were organised inside our software and knew what needed to be done, everyone it was visible to everybody, and the control room supervisor was making sure it got done every day. The operation was able to deliver more of the things that mattered to the mine, and get more of their key production piece of equipment working more effectively, more often, and deliver better results. And really, that is the key to improving performance in most operations, just getting control of day-to-day operations so that everybody goes to work with a really well thought out plan and can execute that plan effectively and productively and safely in their operation.